tricked me! No, it's not true. I didn't even touch you.
Yeah, man. You did it on purpose. I saw it.
No way! There was no foul. All right. I see there are a few students who feel a bit victimized. Well, that's great, because we need to get moving towards the memorial of all victims. I mean all victims of all wars.
But Mr. Roberts!
No buts. You can tell me about it on the bus. Come on, let's go. So, boys, what happened?
Well, I almost scored a goal and Ahmed tripped me.
Oh man, you know better than this. You threw yourself on the ground. There was no foul.
I saw Ahmed intentionally pushing David. Ahmed always plays rough. So typical of Muslims.
What? What racist thing did you just say there again?
Now, calm down. You need to cool your heads down and leave the issue aside. Or better still, we can use this dispute as an introduction for today's trip to the monument of the victims of all wars. Why are there tensions and conflicts between people? Because some people are unfair, they cheat, and they can't stand defeat.
Sometimes people are just different and we can't get along. Everyone wants to be right, just like David and Ahmed at football today.
Let us look more broadly at who or what you think is to blame for the conflicts and wars in the world.
I think religions are to blame for most wars. Religions have always encouraged wars. They used weapons and still do to expand their power. Just look at what Muslim terrorists are doing today because of their faith in Allah.
Oh, are Muslims now to blame for everything? What about the Crusades? At that time, Christians killed a lot of people in the name of the Christian God.
Yeah, sure, Ahmed, but that's not what I meant. Yesterday, I saw the news on the internet that Hindus had set fire to Muslim homes in India. Now, some time ago, there was also talk of Buddhist violence against the Muslim minority in Myanmar. Muslims are victims of violence also.
Well, it's clear from history that religions are the cause of most wars to date. Christians, Muslims, Hindus, Buddhists, they're all violent. Therefore, it would be best if we all turn atheist. David, what? Don't you think it's foolish to argue about different gods? For there's no evidence whatsoever they exist. Come on! We live in the 21st century, and with all the technological progress, we should stop believing in things that are not scientifically proven. Those who believe in gods and supernatural powers today? Yeah, well, they're pretty stupid. Don't you think your idea can be a bit disrespectful towards people with different religious beliefs? Just as you have the right to hold your opinion and beliefs, so have your other classmates. They also have the right to believe according to their tradition, worldview, or personal faith. Wouldn't you agree? Now, I don't believe faith in God in itself leads towards violent acts. Our beliefs, however, can be manipulated when someone is trying to use violence to reach their goals. Now, this monument has been made to cherish the memory of those who have fallen in war and to all who have suffered as a result of the war. It's a place of remembrance and a living memory for us that we should never go to war again. Who will read the inscription out loud?
I was born to share love, not hate.
Who said these words? Antigone. We have already talked about Antigone in class, haven't we? Why do you think this idea is on this monument?
Because despite the king's ban, she buried her brother who had fallen in the war.
Yeah, in the war, her brothers Eteocles and Polynices fought and finally killed each other. King Creon buries Eteocles as a hero and declares Polynices is a state traitor. The king issues an order threatening the death penalty to anyone who would bury Polynices.
Despite the ban, Antigone courageously buries her dead brother and the king sentences her to death. Antigone takes her own life in prison. Her fiancé, Haman, who is the king's son, also takes his own life. In the end, the king's wife, Eurydice, also commits suicide.
You see how the decision to sentence Antigone to death led to other deaths. Violence always gives birth to new violence. Now, as you know from your own experiences, a violent act does not solve the problem, but on the contrary, it makes things worse. Antigone resisted hatred and pledged her whole life to resist the king's unjust laws. If we want peace, we must strive for justice. However, we must also be careful not to allow hatred towards others to spread inside us, but to resolve our conflicts promptly and peacefully. Let's not forget, I was born to share love, not hate.
I'm sorry, Ahmed. You were right. There was no foul. I was just eager to score a goal. I couldn't get through. I'm sorry.
No worries, mate. I'm glad we can put this behind us.